Hello and welcome to Switzer Super TV. I'm Peter Switzer. This is my colleague Paul Rico. Hi Paul.
Hi Peter.
Well, today Paul, I want to talk about something I think is a great self-managed super fund and super strategy generally, and that's called a transition to retirement pension.
Look, it's a great strategy, and for many people over 55, Peter, it's essentially a no-brainer.
Yeah, it sure is. So let's go through the main details so people know whether they can qualify for it and then how it actually works.
Yeah, so the first thing, Peter, is it's a pension you commence. You've got to be at least of preservation age, which is currently 55 and going up to age 60. And on the table in front of you, you can see the current preservation age. But this strategy allows you to start to access your super without actually having to be retired.
Yeah, and I think that's the important part. But the part I think is really attractive is that your super money, that's in accumulation mode, that's what most people are in. Once you decide to tick the box on a transition to retirement pension, that money gets transferred into pension mode, which means zero tax.
That's right, Peter. I mean, the strategy was originally designed to allow people to actually transition from sort of full-time strategy.
So why don't we go through an example so we can see someone before and after the transition to retirement pension.
Okay, let's pick a sort of a typical 56-year-old. We'll call her, for the sake of the example, Mary. Let's assume she's currently on a salary of $100,000. Her employer is putting the compulsory 9.5% or $9,500 into super each year.
Yep.
She has a superannuation balance at the start of the year of $300,000, and we'll assume also that super money's earn 7%. Okay, let's start by looking at what happens from an income point of view. And I said at the start, Peter, this is a cash neutral strategy. On the left-hand side, you can see the situation. If just a normal situation, she has a salary of $100,000. She'd normally pay tax of $26,947. Meaning that the net income at the end of the year would be $73,053. In the second column, she still gets the same salary of $100,000 from her employer, but she agrees to salary sacrifice $25,500 into super, meaning the actual cash salary from a taxation point of view is $74,500. She also draws a transition to retirement pension of $20,467 that takes a taxable income back up to $94,967. After calculating the impacts of tax, the net income is still $73,053, the same cash as she had up front.
So, okay, so the income situation is really good. What about the super money situation?
And this is where the strategy becomes really important. Left-hand side, she started the year with $300,000. The super fund earned $21,000. Her employer put in $9,500. A little bit of tax to pay, meaning that her super balance at the end of the year would be $325,925. However, with the benefit of the transition retirement pension and the additional amount through salary sacrifice, and by changing the tax state of a super fund, you can see that in the right-hand column, her super balance has gone up to $330,283, an extra amount of $4,358.
Now, Paul, that's for 1 year. What's the impact over 9 years?
Yeah, because she's aged 56, she could potentially repeat this same thing for the next 9 years, so it could be worth more than $40,000 to her superannuation over that period.
That's right, and we also should throw in that there is a minimum amount of 4% you have to pull out of your pension each year if you get a transition to retirement.
Yeah, a couple of rules to comply with. First of all, she's got to take a minimum of 4% and a maximum of 10% as her transition to retirement pension. So with a super balance of $300,000, that means that the transition to retirement pension can be between $12,000 and $30,000. And secondly, once she starts to transition to retirement pension, Peter, she can't commute it back to a lump sum. Look, if you've got a really high taxable component, it may not be the best strategy, but for about 90% of people, a transition to retirement pension is going to be a no-brainer.
Thanks for joining us on Switzer Super TV.